Okay, good afternoon. My name is Alicia Wilson. I'm sharing my video on artificial sweeteners, and my topic or my question is artificial sweeteners taste sweeter than sugar. Why is that? So let's go ahead and get started. So my reasoning for picking this topic is because I'm diabetic. So because I'm diabetic, I cannot consume normal amounts of regular sugar. It is better for me to consume artificial sweeteners because they are not digested the same way. Um, People with diabetes have a hard time breaking down the sugars that they consume, and so it's better for them to um, not eat regular refined sugar. When did I notice that artificial sweetener is sweeter? So I noticed when I started using Equal or Sweet and Low that I would have to use much less of the packets when I would make my coffee in the morning. So where I would use regular sugar, maybe like 2 or 3 teaspoons, I would maybe use like 3 little packets of the artificial sweetener for a large cup of coffee. Why does this happen? Why is artificial sweetener sweeter than sugar? So let's see. The reason why is because it is manufactured. It is produced by humans, and so because it's a chemical compound, it makes it sweeter. So on your tongue, you have taste receptors. These receptors pick up the taste of bitter, sour, sweet, and salty. So your taste receptors for sweet are in the front of the tongue right here, where it shows in the diagram. And your taste buds on the front for the sweet flavoring is the fungiform taste buds, and those are located in the front of your tongue. Bitter is located in the back of your tongue, sour is on the sides of your tongue, salty is on the very edge, and sweet is kind of more the front half of your tongue. This is a picture right here of a taste bud. So what happens is the taste, little atoms or molecules will go right here up to the top of the taste bud. It will be absorbed down the taste bud, and then your taste bud will send a signal to your brain letting you know what it is that you are tasting. Okay, so natural sugars are monosaccharides, and these occur naturally in plant form, like sugarcane and sugar beets. So we mostly hear about sugarcane, and people take the sugarcane and grind it up and process it down to refined sugar. They do the same with sugar beets, and I believe it makes the same sugar. It doesn't matter because they're using the same process for these sugars. So artificial sweeteners. There are several different kinds of artificial sweeteners. There's a picture of them here. There is a little table for you to look at. It shows sugar, natural sweeteners, stevia, aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose. Stevia is actually not artificial. It is from the stevia plant leaves. And then you have natural sweeteners as in honey, syrup, stuff like that, and then sugar, which I just went over. The artificial man-made sweeteners would be aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose. And I'm going to get into those right now. So aspartame is also known as equal. If it's not name brand, equal, it would be the light blue sweeteners that you can find in the light blue packages. Most of the time it's equal. Sometimes you might find another name for it, another brand for it. And aspartame is 180 to 200 times as sweet as table sugar. It is the most tested artificial sweetener, and it is made from aspartic acid and phenylalanine. This sweetener cannot be cooked, so when making baked goods or cooking with artificial sweetener, this one they suggest not to use it because it breaks down when heated. Next is saccharin. Saccharin is also known as sweet and low, or generic, it would be the pink packets. It is 300 to 500 times as sweet as table sugar. Let's see what it's made from. It is processed from flalic anhydride. It is used in toothpaste, diet drinks, and diet food. In the 60s, it was tested because they thought that it would cause bladder cancer because it was causing bladder cancer in the rats that they were testing. They did further testing, and this was not the case. It just so happened that the rats would get bladder cancer from it, but it does not happen like that for humans. So that is one reason why saccharin kind of has a bad name still, but it has been fully tested and it's fine. Oh, there's a sweet and low. Okay. Sucralose, also known as Splenda, or the yellow packets if you have a generic version. It is 600 times as sweet as table sugar. It is the most commonly used sweetener. It is made by replacing the three hydroxyl groups with chlorine atoms. So they actually go in and they change the chemistry of this. And it's used in beverages, frozen desserts, gum, and baked goods. So this one can actually be cooked and heated. Monk fruit extract is also used. I have not seen it, but it is available, and it is just from this monk fruit. It's 0 calories. It's not widely used. It is used by Nestle in China, and it is used in some Kellogg cereals, but it's not used very much. And then stevia is made from the stevia leaves. It's extract from the stevia plant. Recently, the FDA did put out a warning that stevia may be toxic. So they're doing more tests on stevia, and I believe that you can still buy it, but this just happened in August of 2019 that they believe that it might be toxic when ingested. So they're doing more research on that. So my conclusion is that while sugar is natural and it does come from sugarcane and sugar beets, some people cannot eat it, or they can, but they just have to eat it in very moderate portions. So that is my conclusion. I have a table here if you want to look at it. It is showing how many times more sweet all these different sweeteners are than sugar. And that is all I have for you. Okay.